I need to change the names as well, but I apologize. There are 2 other runners on the bottom. There we go. Okay, I just want to make sure I can get the time started. Sorry, guys. Just we're a little bit behind schedule, and I want to make sure that we get everything going. I'm going to let Bob come in here so he can do commentary and basically give me a little bit of a break to finish up this tech stuff. So let me pull him in. Hey, Bob, are you able to hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you.
Excellent. All right, I'm going to pass this off to you for a quick moment while I get everything sorted, make sure we're good in the background. But have fun. I'll be back in a second. You are on.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another exciting edition of Mega Man Rando 2. Woohoo! As you can see already, they've already picked the same stage. This rarely happens, boys and girls. I do apologize in advance if little Bob's screaming in the background or contributing.
Game music, we are all good to go. All right, good luck, everybody.
So, Streiser, what can you tell me about the Mega Man 2 randomizer?
It can be torturous. Essentially, you can end up in a level where you can't proceed without the use of a special weapon. So, from my experience, it can be pretty brutal, but it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of good music. Some of the palette swaps can be a little much. And expect to see some lag. All the lag.
Oh, definitely. One of my favorite things, it is hard, but that's what makes it fun. It's a new game every time. In fact, funny story about the original race ROM that I vetted, turned out that there was a glitch on the Nestron that there was on the FCUX or however you say that. But I vetted just a couple of things that I knew would screw things up. But it looks like the racers are getting to the boss stores here. They're going to get a kick out of the Crashman here. This is one of the bugs that I was referring to. The last one of the original ROM, Crashman and Bubble can glitch it to where you can fall through the floor when you die. And that just screws up all the other stages. But the reason why I didn't change the ROM in this case is because Crashman just didn't jump each time you fired like he normally does.
Isn't it also possible, and I could be wrong in this, but like opposed to you falling through the door, can't he also get through like outside the wall or something and you can't hit him?
Yeah, that is correct.
Yay!
Right? But those of you that are new to the randomizer, it basically randomizes the boss stages, weaknesses, mobs, literally everything from health and what their weaknesses are to. Didn't you call the space chickens earlier?
I called Sky Chickens.
Oh.
Also, shoutouts to Spockling for the, let me just double check the amount here because I'm bad with numbers, the 24.37 donation, blowing the already existing 4 times original goal out of the water. You guys have been nothing but fabulous. Thank you, guys.
As you can see, that Squidman has gone to the Quickman stage. There's even the lasers are randomized as far as speed. They can be anywhere from super slow to ridiculously almost impossible fast.
We got Kyle stuck in an attempted zip here. He was able to get in the wall, but I think he's kind of soft locked to the point where he needs to take a death to these fan men. Fan men?
The fanboy.
Yeah, we're using Stuff's audio right now. So if you guys are looking for a reference of what audio and what music is in what stage, top left corner is where we have audio. you can have one of two seeds from my experience with Rando so far, and this can kind of give Kame an advantage, or it can be a disadvantage depending on how it plays out. I've seen a race where Buster was king, is the best way to put it. So many things were weak to Buster, and were they ever weak to Buster? So he really excelled in that seed. Alternatively, you can get a seed where lots of enemies are not vulnerable to Buster, and it can be a little bit treacherous, especially that first stage. If you get caught in a first stage where, you know, there's an enemy along the way you can't damage, especially on top of a ladder.
If, for instance, like, yeah, crash stage, yeah, in that instance, you would need utility like Leaf Shield or Metal Blades to get past. Or another example would be like the Hot Dogs and Woodman stage. They would, if that's the first stage you chose, sometimes they are immune to Buster.
Worth
so
noting.
You can't continue. You have to.
Sorry, Woodman clearly did not skip leg day. If you watch him, you may not get a chance. But he was jumping full ceiling height, and he was jumping fast.
Normally, in a speed run, he would just skip the E-tanks and the extra guys. But in the randomizer, especially in these races that we do, they can actually, that's make it or break it on who wins.
I've skipped leg day for like 5 years. I'm not judging, guys. I'm just saying.
And for the most part, just about everything goes in the randomizers that we run every Sunday night, so we also accept any skill level, so you could have even ran against these guys tonight. Looks like Squid and Cammy are in the same metal stage. Those quick chickens are making work. They're immune to Buster, it looks like. This would be one of those examples of weaknesses. And you've got Megakyle. He's taking full advantage of those jumps. And in fact, it looks like we got space monkeys in this seed.
Oh, we've got the precariously placed fan man up on the ledge there in flash stage, top left on Stuff screen. He is opting to go for the tank, which I do not blame him.
Looks like Kyle is gonna have to abandon the normal route and go the slow way, which may give him the advantage because he may get a weapon that these other guys don't have to kill the Robo Masters in the next stage. Might even give him the item to skip like the Yoku blocks in Heatman stage.
I'm not sure if we mentioned as well, in addition to things like the music, the palettes, the weakness, and heck, even the weapons being randomized, the weakness of the, I guess, I don't know if you want to call them crash barriers, but we've all seen them in Wily 4, those pesky little barriers that block off a lot of things, and you're usually only weak to Crash Bomb. That has also been shuffled into the mix, so you can graciously get one that's weak against Buster, perhaps. But yeah, you're hoping for anything that has maybe a little more ammo.
You could never be so lucky if it's Buster.
Kame can.
Right? He is the Buster King, and he kills us on those seeds where it's Buster King.
Wow, okay, Squid just clutched it out. We're going to see if Kame can do the same. This Woodman is not being kind. I mean, the combination of this slow to start, quick to end wood shield is enough to deal with, let alone the conveyor belt that the runners have to deal with. This is a mess, frankly. He's so close. Oh, wow. Hold it off. Jeez.
Speaking of clutch, Kyle was close to being killed by Quickman too.
Kame, put those states away. None of that here, bud. Uh-oh is right. Best co-commentary ever.
I really need to record that and put that in my soundboard.
Alright, so I think this is our first look at Air Stage on the bottom left. Notably, I don't think I've seen it yet, although it can be hard to keep track of all of them. There's the sky crabs. Someone mentioned earlier sky crabs.
Yes, we joke around that we're gonna need shampoo if crabs are in Air Stage, because they just make the level very, very difficult.
Oh.
As you can see, Kyle's having a hard time taking care of the Thunderlords and the crabs.
Not to mention, we have to look at that very, very offensive yellow background.
It's better than red on blue. That hurts the eyes.
I just noticed too, Wood Stage is looking a la Rockman No Constancy. Very, very chill color scheme. No snow, but very chill.
Looks like Kyle's is gonna try to farm some energy to make this chasm, because getting hit with just 2 bars is just gonna frustrate him some more and have to start all over. Might even have to game over. And I'm sure I'm gonna hear about this later.
Alright, so Heatman stage, we've got the, I don't know, helicopter hoppers, whatever you'd like to call them. Do you know the name for them?
I don't remember the real name. I just call them gyrocopters.
Okay, that works. Seem to be pretty soft to Buster. It looks like Kame was able to take them out in one shot. We've got a rabbit with the Yoku blocks.
Looks like Kyle just game over and decided to choose a different stage.
There's nothing wrong with noping out of air.
Definitely with this seed, with the crabs and the Thunderlords, it wrecks you very hard. At least it wasn't the birds and Thunderlord combination, because those birds can despawn the Thunderlords.
Yeah, that's terrible, because then you end up with no cloud platform to move on, and you're basically forced to take a death. I also did notice the doggos in Wood Stage are extremely soft. Squid taking them out with a single lemon, so confirmed, dogs do not like lemonade.
At least in this seed. Looks like StuffnThings is using his quick boomerangs. I don't know what they're called in this seed. That's another thing that's randomized, is the weapon's name.
Have you ever had one of those seeds where you shoot the quick boomerang and it immediately goes behind you?
I haven't had a seed like that, but the most annoying one that I've had, where it just goes at a steep upward angle.
Okay.
So with some of those Robo Masters, you have to get really close, and sometimes the weakness for like Metal Man, most people use the quick boomerangs, and that happens to be the hard weakness in this, or in that particular seed, and it just makes it very difficult.
Yeah, the ones that I got were really funny because it would show up in front of his Buster, but then it would basically go a few pixels forward, then immediately arc backwards, and it would go under his buster, like through his legs, and it would end up a few pixels behind him, and Dragon was weak to it.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, it was a disaster.
I'm sure you were just smashing your head against something.
I think that was like my second rando seed ever too, and I was just like, man, I want to play this, but I felt so defeated.
I admit, I have had to forfeit some of these races just because they were that frustrating.
But still, we got to give props to Duckfist. I don't think we've mentioned it yet, but Duckfist is the one who has put in the work on the randomizer. I apologize. I'm not sure if other people have been involved as well. But yeah, it's still a work in progress. Like, this isn't even a 1.0 release. It is still in the baby stages. It's only going to grow from here. It's only going to get better. You know, more music, more randomization, less chance of soft locks and things like that, hopefully. Kyle taking a death to the beams. So we're kind of at that hard point in any randomizer race where divergence has naturally happened. I'm going to take note best I can, but it looks like Kyle has finished 2 stages at this point. Next time we see the menu on the other runner stages, I'll try and take note and we can kind of get some form of a comparison of how many Robot Masters they've actually defeated. Kame on the Yoku blocks in Heat. Thankfully, the Yoku blocks are not randomized, because, yeah. But a block pattern that he's inevitably very familiar with. Kame being primarily a buster-only runner, he knows how to do those Yoku blocks. He's fine. Kyle, unfortunately, getting headbutt by a chicken. Random Yoku blocks? I don't think anyone would play that. I mean, Yoku blocks are more than enough of a casual nightmare for anyone who wants to pick up the game. Could you imagine if they just happen to spawn all over the place?
Sorry, I had to walk away. I'm assuming you're talking about the Metroids?
We were talking about the possibility of randomized Yoku blocks and how much of a nightmare that would be.
Oh, that would just make things even much harder. I wouldn't even... I would expect something like that in normal or / hard mode, which normal is super hard mode.
So we've got Kame taking a game over. Opting to continue, so I'm not going to get a chance to see how many Robot Masters he's defeated. I know that Kyle's defeated 2, and I'll try and take note of everyone else as we go here.
Squidman just got his 6, Cammy has 5, StuffnThings has 5, and Kyle
had 2 last I saw, which was not that long ago.
Yeah, that was a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, he's taken a couple deaths to Airman stage, and he's had a little bit of a rough time with this stage as well. Jenny is stoked for Sky Gorillas. Who's not in love with the Sky Gorillas? I mean, they just fly on out of there.
Megakyle gets his... Kyle gets his 3rd Robo Master kill.
I'm just having a little bit of the same issue with the chickens. I'm not sure if maybe the chickens are just not weak to Buster. My guess is it's probably not, because I saw Kyle using air. Kame just getting a face full of KFC, essentially.
Chicken. Normally, in a normal Mega Man 2 race, if you somehow had for some reason you needed to restart, we honestly haven't even tested out the password system. Because every time, I guess, yeah, I would assume that the stages would be randomized as far as the passwords go. So in this case, you just have to just bear with what goes on and just press on.
Yeah, Kame learning the hard lesson, and it's mentioned in chat by Vin there. It looks like that our runners do need Flash Stopper for the actual quick beams. The quick beams are too fast to get by just with normal movement.
Well, there actually is a strat to get past the quick beams, because sometimes the Flash Stopper is the weapon that you get from that Robo Master stage. So on that second screen, as you can see where Kami is about to go, you have to pause buffer to the center, and then if you're quick, even then you have to be not quite frame perfect, but just about to get past those beams.
Yeah, I'll pass on that one. He's going for it again, though. You know, he's feeling ambitious. Might be using it as a chance to stock up on an E-Tank.
I have heard from Squidman that Duckfist in his next version that he's programming that when you die, you will continue with your E-Tanks.
Okay, so they haven't implemented that yet then, eh? I know it's coming.
Not yet. But it is coming.
Okay, that's very good.
You know, you don't know how annoying that is to get to hit a stone wall and just lose all your E-Tanks. Because those E-Tanks are precious later in the Wily stages.
Okay, so Kame hit the pause buffer strat that you mentioned there. What he opted to do, actually, is he did the pause buffer on the screen above to make sure that he was in the middle when the transition actually happened, and that's what bought him the extra time, so good on him for that. And he's
have it. Yeah, you really do have to practice that.
Oh no, but then he takes a death to the trash cans. Oh no.
I hate the trash can.
That's heartbreaking.
Very. At least he's at the checkpoint. Or is he?
No, he had to go back to the middle checkpoint because he was right at the very end there.
Oh. Bummer. Which is unfortunate for Kame. His philosophy is, what weapons from the Robo Masters?
It really is.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's how he rolls.
It is, and I mean, looking at him and watching him play, like, check out his Buster Only runs. Buster Only is a tough category for a lot of the classic Mega Man games, and I mean, a lot of people have trouble when you can use weapons in the first place. So he's really kind of honed that skill, and he's become very good at making the lemonade, as I like to say.
StuffnThings has got his 7th Robo Master down, and it looks like StuffnThings is making his way to the quick stage. And fortunate enough for him, he does have the Flash Stopper.
Caleb asking if he just saved state. I saw a save state selection menu come up previous, but I did not see him actually access a state. But
yeah, I did see that as well, but I kept a close eye on it. He didn't save, he didn't load either.
Got Airman hanging out in Quickman's domain. I know that Azuma essentially named Proto Man in Hard Man stage Lumpy Proto. Does that equate to Lumpy Airman?
I was gonna say, you could see Airman's legs. He's just chubby like Hardman. Big bone, I don't know. Megakyle taking full advantage of that pause buffer to avoid damage from the Sniper Joe. That's another fun little randomizer that I like with the Heatman RoboMaster is that his speed actually differs too, which makes it could which does and can throw you off on the timing of when he goes into his heat dash.
I've actually seen him move so slow when he's dashing that you cannot avoid him unless you use a pause buffer over him.
Yay, birdies!
Credits to the burbs.
Because bird is the word. Has anybody gotten past Airman stage?
I'm honestly debating that in my head. I feel like we've seen it on at least 3 of the 4 runners' screens, although my brain doesn't acknowledge someone getting to the end of it. I feel like someone must have, though.
Well, StuffnThings must have got to it because he's on his last RoboMaster.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He is onto the Wily stages, so that's at least one. We're going to get our first peek at the Wily stages. Alright, Wily, what do you have for us today?
I don't think anybody's figured out the crash barrier weakness either.
I saw at the very start, Stuff when he was in Flashman stage was trying a few options. I believe he tried Heatman's weapon, Quickman's weapon, as well as Buster, and none of them were the barrier weakness.
Let's see if Kyle gets it. He said heat wasn't it either. Though, with heat, you have to be careful with that one too, because the uncharged will do damage, or the supercharged will do damage, or vice versa, neither won't. I guess what I'm trying to say is the uncharged will do damage, whereas the supercharged won't, but vice versa.
Oh, okay, so they're assigned different values. I briefly saw a Mega Man X randomizer, and same type of thing. You know, some things would be weak or really weak to basic lemons, but a charge shot would ping off them. Hey, we've got Shrimp in Wily 1.
Cammy's got his 7th RoboMaster. Kyle not too far behind. He's caught up to Cammy, or almost caught up to Cammy. He's got his 6th RoboMaster down. Squidman is going into the Wily stages. Kyle's coming back to the dreaded shampoo level. Ironically, sometimes Bubbles is the weakness for the crabs. Looks like Cammy is also in Airman stage, and they're almost, they were almost frame for frame on that one.
Yeah, we've got some top and bottom sync going on. Both of our top runners in the same stage, and then both of the bottom runners in the same stage. Oh, there's Pink Dragon. Pink Dragon, Pink Dragon. Too bad he doesn't have the sunglasses.
Yeah, I bet you there's going to be 0 silverfish in this whole entire seed. I'll take you up on that bet, Kumba. I bet you the same thing. There's going to be no silverfish in the whole seed.
Yeah, the dragon was weak to lemonade, so not gonna be too bad of a fight. Nothing really out of the ordinary there. Just straight up mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
Well, Little Bob said, "Uh-oh," so I don't know. You have to ask Big Bob where Little Bob went.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. That's awesome. Little Bob and Cat Cam. Babies and cats.
No.
Oh, yeah. He gets it. Runners are getting some spaghetti all over the place.
Spaghetti.
Also, it looks like the crash barrier weakness is indeed bubbles.
Good thing he brought his shampoo today, guys.
Oh, we've got birds in the mole hallway. Whoa. And gyro stompers or gyrocopter guys just appearing where the mole should, I guess. These birds are relentless.
Yes, they're evil.
If your wall is weak to bubble, you're not building it properly. That's all I'm saying.
I think you have worse problems if you can clean the barrier off. Kyle gets Airman off, which leaves him, I do believe, the Quickman stage.
No. Like Stuff found Pico Pico's weakness. At least did damage with air. A lot of damage. Taking quite a few metal blades. I think it was, what, 5 metal blades each? Looks to be 5 by my count. Although they're super fast, so that's not so bad.
I do believe that these Wily stages, they have 2 or 3 weaknesses. You have your soft, 2 softs and a hard weakness. Just pray it's something that's agile like Metal Blades. Or even Leaf Shield. I've seen it to where it's 1 Leaf Shield to take those Pico Picos down.
Yeah, we've got Creed mentioning in chat as well, and it's a great catch. The ammo also varies, and Metal Blade, for example, which is usually a very, very resourceful weapon, actually getting 2 Metal Blades per ammo point, if you will, so not a ton of Metal Blade ammo.
You've got Kemi that beat the Airman stage, and he's making his way into the Wily stages. I do believe now that Kyle has the Flash Stopper, he won't be too far behind. Anything can still happen. I've seen where Cammy got stuck on the Airman stage because of the crabs. I actually was able to pull ahead until Purple Hell.
Ooh, Kame taking a death. Maddox mentioned earlier, Buster Stubborn, which is definitely a phrase I'm going to start to incorporating into my vocabulary, but that's a very good way to put it. Oh look, the Wily 3-stage water actually looks more like water. It's blue.
Someone finally got that place cleaned up. As you can see, the silver fish are not in Wily 3, or is that Wily 4? Yeah, it's Wily 3.
I called sky chickens. Apparently I was off because we got the sky crabs, but Fast at CC is correct. We have a case of underwater chickens. Soggy KFC.
Sitting in the fryer too much, I guess.
And Kumba saying, of course, haven't seen any fish yet. I would love it if they just, like, popped the fish into random levels. If they could make that work, that would be hilarious. Like, all of a sudden, you're just walking along, and big silverfish just comes out of the ground. Or maybe even from the sky, just drops on you.
I've gone along with Kumba's troll long enough. I'll spoil his fun. There's actually no silverfish in any of the seeds thus far.
I know, but I can hope, and I can dream. And I hope they, like, do half a bar worth of damage. Like, fish just comes out of the sky, lands on you, and you're dead.
If you guys look to Megakyle's screen, he actually did a really kick awesome image for the Wily saucer. So give him props for that.
Also worth noting, look at the top screen sync we've got going on. Absolutely amazing.
Let's hope it's not blue hell.
Two runners making the same screen transition literally within a second. Also worth noting on this level, and you'll see them using item 2 for this very reason, the gaps in these floors are actually randomized. So they're not the spots that you always know them to be. That's why you see both runners opting to take it safe and using their item 2, because those holes could be anywhere.
And that, just underestimating those holes can cost you the race. So props for them to recognizing that they need to be using different strats for different games, let alone categories. They've got Kyle now on the heels of Kammesennin. This could be a really good race for both the top and bottom. Though they are racing each other, but still.
I'm going to work on a little treat for everybody. 2 seconds here.
Oh, the Metroids. Why the Metroids? Looks like Squidman has pulled ahead and is making his way to the boo beams. This makes things difficult because not only do you have to know what the crash barrier weakness is, it's not necessarily as the same weakness for the boo beam things in regards. In fact, it looked like the bubbles bounced off. Looks like Squid is just going to go ahead and get those crash barriers down. Same with Stuff. It's not Leaf Shield. Looks like he found the quick boomerang, whatever it's called in this seed, has the weakness for boo beams.
Stuff gonna play it safe. I'm thinking he's gonna opt to use an E-Tank here. I mean, if it was me, I would opt to use an E-Tank. He's gonna play it safe. No, maybe not. Okay. Yes, you guys can see the cat satisfaction on Cat Cam. He is enthralled. The hype is literally emitting from him. I can feel it.
If you'll take notice at Squidman's screen, those are actually the Metroids that have glitched out. And this can happen that they can enter the refights and the boss rooms.
I have never seen that, and I would not wish that upon someone, but I kind of want to see that.
I'm definitely gonna hear about this later.
Oh no. Oh no. There they are. Yay for glitch droids.
Right? On the other hand, the Metroids can, or in this case, glitch droids can give you health, so...
Comment with the save state. Oh, man. And now the switch state.
Why is he saving?
Man, for a guy that resorts only to Buster only and refuses to open the in-game menu, you would think that menu would be even farther off limits.
I don't think this even qualifies as a glitch. I think that's cheating. But I won't even say anything. I'll leave it up to the racers to decide that one.
Well, to be fair, KLM, he saved the state at the last boss, so I mean, if he accidentally slips up again and loads it, he's actually going back in time and putting himself farther behind, so it's not really an advantage.
Maybe I did. I should say I will reserve judgment for the racers because we do reset in special cases. We even, if the seed is just downright ridiculously stupidly hard, we will start all over with a new seed. So it's entirely up to them. So it doesn't matter what I think.
So friendly reminder not to take everyone's attention away from, you know, Cat Cam or Mega Man, because both are equally good and amazing. It's getting late, of course. We are a little bit behind schedule again. Shoutouts to Bitfault for bumping his run to the end to make sure that we could bring you guys this awesome Mega Man 2 randomizer race. We will be doing prize draws afterwards as well. We've absolutely smashed the donation goal out of the water. That's 4 times what the original donation goal was, to be honest. So yeah, we're going to be doing prize draws afterwards, so make sure you guys stick around for that. I will be reaching out to everyone that wins a prize, so if you don't happen to be around or you can't be around, don't fret. I'll make every effort possible to reach out to you guys, and it's going to be tons of fun. I'm super excited for it.
Looks like the Wily machine is full on Buster, so Kammesennin is going to be thrilled when he reaches this point. Cammy is Kappa.
Alright, don't hug the alien, kids. Just don't do it. Doesn't matter if it's rando, vanilla, just don't.
We've got Squid on the final on Wily 4 with the alien. Looks like not even Bubbles is going to scratch this. Looks like he's found the weakness and he's going to make... looks like he's making short work.
43-33 for Squid. GG to himself. We've got Stuff finishing things up as well on the other side. $43.53, 20-second difference. GG to both.
StuffnThings is finished with the 43.56. What about Zoidberg, they say?
What about Zoidberg? course,
On average, most seeds are anywhere from 45 to 60 minutes.
Yeah, that is very accurate. Speaking of which, follow all these guys. They've come here to put on a show for you guys. They're donating their time. All very great Mega Man runners in their own rights. Rando is just the tip of the iceberg, if you will. So hit everyone up with a follow. Very much deserving, and the classic Mega Man community is absolutely phenomenal. I can't say enough good things about how much they've contributed and supported. And check out the Discord. Hit us up. Do whatever you need to do. If you have any interest in doing this stuff, it's a really friendly community.
Oh, definitely. Especially for these randos. They're 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time every Sunday. And StuffnThings and Squid, they hold a Mega Man 1 glitchless race. Same time, 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Wednesday night.
Kyle with a nice pause buffer around that ledge. That was very nicely done.
In fact, normally we actually, everyone's in the same Discord channel, so we can say, hey, we got this many done, or this and that, and we can just BS with each other. This is all it's really about. It's all about the fun.
Oh no, it looks like Kame's got the glitched Metroids in the refight rooms as well.
It looks like Crashman is still afraid of heights and is going to stick to the floor. Oh my gosh, he actually jumped.
I'm still mesmerized by this Woodman shield pattern, like the fake out where it goes really slow and then all of a sudden it's just gone. Alright, Squid, thanks again for hanging out and being so flexible. Much appreciated. GG's on your races. And have a good night.
Cammy, he's just plowing through the Robo Master refights. Kyle's making his way through boo beams, trying to waste no time on those crash barriers.
Oh, actually, I know what we can do then. Dun, dun, dun. Since Squid is going to be parting ways, the perfect time to move up the cat cam. Give it a permanent slot. Oh, just in time for a yawn. That is friggin' adorable.
The cat. Your kitty cannot.
Oh, there's another one. So many cat yawns. Let's see if I can maybe crank this up a little bit so you guys can see him better. There you go. He knows what's up. He knows we're watching him.
Megakyle gets the boob beams down and moves on to the refight. Oh no, indeed, little Bob. Kami-san gets aired to death by Airman.
Look, he definitely knows we're watching. He's just not having any of it. Oh, that's hilarious. Face in the curtain. Oh no, Kyle with the glitched out Metroids as well.
Yeah.
That's 3 for 4, isn't it?
I wonder if Nestron and FECUX decodes the ROMs differently.
So Kame took a death to the air refight there. This is kind of where we see that little piece that was mentioned earlier about, you know, using your special weapons. As much as he's an amazing Buster-only runner, he's got all of the weapons at his disposal. It's at least worthwhile to try them on Robot Masters, in my opinion. I mean, he is hard-nosed, and he's getting kind of bad luck from these glitched Metroids. He keeps shooting them instead of actual airman.
Well, when he gets past the refights, I'll think he'll have an easier time with the Wily machine, both phases. That deserves a clap, or yeah, an applause for Kammesennin to get Airman down with just Buster. Let alone Heat Man. Oh, never mind. That's his hard weakness.
Flashman needs a new pair of sneakers. It's just not going anywhere. He's got slick shoes a la Goonies.
Definitely a bad idea going up against Mega Man with slick shoes.
I wonder if he had that little punching glove on the spring inside his jacket.
That would be interesting.
The new secret move that no one's ever seen.
Right? This is what they meant to add in the original game, but we found the coding and added it back in.
Bubble Man is fast, but thankfully he's not going for what I call bubble hugs. Sometimes you'll get coding for the Bubble Man boss. I'm not sure if it's maybe been changed since the last time I played, but you still get the coding where he basically just tries to stay inside your hitbox the entire fight.
Yeah, that's included in the Rando.
Yeah, that's a little rough,
logic.
especially when he moves fast and you just literally can't get away from him. Not fun.
Not fun at all. What's not fun is when Heat Man is so fast that he not only blows right past you, but he's in the wall.
We're getting another
Kyle's
look at Slick
on Slick Shoes. Slick Shoes, are you crazy? By the skid of my skid plate, yes.
Hey, you guys.
Uh-huh.
Apparently I loved that movie as a kid to the point where my dad was worried I was going to burn through the VHS. Dating myself here, not like my name doesn't date myself anyways, but...
Strizer 86, I guess that's the year you were born.
Got it.
Yeah, we're about the same age then. Kammesennin gets his Wily machine down, is probably thrilled that he got it down quickly.
This is close. They are within seconds.
I wonder if Megakyle's gonna implement Bob strats. Oh, doesn't have any flash stopper. Bob strats are not even possible. Feels bad, man, is all I can say. One thing with the flash stopper you have to be careful is it can be a weakness for one of the Robo Masters, but at the same time it can also heal them to full health.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. So if you... It's one of those weapons that you want to try at the first chance that you can get. Otherwise, it's not worth using on the Robo Masters.
Kyle's got the edge. Oh, wow. He found it first. 54-20 for Kyle. GG.
GG to Kyle.
How am I looking to finish up here? 54-37. GG to everyone. That was amazing.
GG to Kammesennin.
Excellent.